Greetings and salutations, welcome to Kind of Funny Games. My name is Colin Moriarty. Today, I want to play a game called Mad Max for you. Mad Max is from Avalanche Studios, came out September 1st, and it's being pretty criminally overlooked, although maybe rightfully so because it came out the same day as a much more critically acclaimed game that people were more excited about, Metal Gear Solid 5. But nonetheless, it's a game that I've been playing and I've been enjoying, and people have asked me to show it to them. So, in addition to our Gamescast episode or clip about what Mad Max is all about and if you should play it, I thought I'd show you the game as well. And here I have no real agenda other than to just play it and see what happens. So I'm driving my car around called the Magnum Opus, which I upgrade, and we'll go to the map here. And I'll back out and I'll show you. This is the map of the game. So these areas up here, the Dead Barrens I haven't been to. Gastown is kind of where you're trying to get this whole area, this undiscovered dunes area. But then if you zoom in, you can see like little territories like the Balefire Flatland and the Black Maws and the Colossus and all this. I've cleared all of these areas, as you can see from the checkboxes. So the camps and the scarecrows, snipers, convoys, minefields are all cleared, and I control this area completely. I also cleared everything else, like the all of the loot and everything that you can find. So now I'm kind of working my way over here. And so we'll drive over here, and actually we can do a main quest. I haven't done many main missions at all, really. So we'll go to see Gut Gash over here. I'm going to put a marker there, and we'll just drive for a couple minutes and get there. And then we'll explore some of the systems after this main quest. We'll do maybe a side quest or two, and we'll just see what happens. So as you can see here, the game has a day-night cycle, and I think the game's actually gorgeous. As I said on the Gamescast, I can only think of one other game that made a desert look this pretty, and that was Journey. And obviously this has a more realistic look. So you can see the red dots on the HUD. I'm being followed by a car, and so we'll show some of the car combat. Let's see if we can get him to come, and he'll probably smash up behind me. So where is he? There he is. Okay. So I can use my shotgun to shoot his wheel out if I want, or I can switch over to my harpoon now. His car is disabled. So I'll actually just he's got a friend here, so I'll use the harpoon on him, and I can target his wheel and then just pull it off. And then he's disabled. And then I can go over here and use like turbo and just smash into this guy's car and just destroy it. And then I should get some, you see my cleanup crew got me some scrap, which is very important. So then I can just kind of run that guy over if I want as well. He's done. And then this other guy's disabled too, and so we'll take him and his car out at the same time. And this guy looks like he's pulled over seeing what's going on, so we'll just kind of destroy him as well. And we'll shoot him with the harpoon, and we can drag him behind the car a little bit if we want. And then we go launch him like that. So the car combat's pretty cool in the game and very diverse. And since we're talking so much about the car now, I guess I'll just go into the menu and show you guys, actually go to the start menu, and go to the garage. And it's here, there's significant upgrades you can make for your car, and I think this is what's really cool. So you have like a ramming grill, you have armor, an engine, exhaust, and all of these. So like your tires give you traction, and you can buy new tires. You can repair, you have a friend with you that can repair things for you, and all sorts of implements, and obviously the harpoon I was talking about. So there's a lot of cool things, cool upgrades to make for the car that I think is one of the most dynamic things in the game that people will enjoy. In case you can see here, I actually should pull over. I'm going to pull over. My car's smoking because I took some damage. So if I press up on the D-pad, I think this guy's name is Chum Bucket. He's like my friend. He's my mechanic. He'll just fix the car. And it's funny, if I start driving again, he'll actually get back into the car automatically. But if I just go slow enough, I can actually get him to fix the car while I drive. So you can like go kind of fast and then kind of utilize your time wisely by getting him to fix it while you're moving. Although if you accelerate, he'll just jump back. But this is very useful when you're taking down convoys in the game, which is something maybe we'll show you, because that's actually the hardest part of the game. And that's when you're dealing with like 8 vehicles at once. All right, so the car's all fixed up, and we'll continue on our road here. And again, you might experience some spoilers. I've done very few story missions so far. I think I've done like 6 of them or something like that. So I'm not very far into the game if you're just kind of cruising through very directly. But still, it might be worth noting in case you're wanting to go into the story fresh that this will be spoilers. Although again, the story of the game to me is not so important. The story really is garnered, in my opinion, by the very act of exploring the world and history relics specifically, and hopefully we'll show you those as well. So you can see the exclamation point at that base far off. This is where I'm trying to get. The reason I'm not driving there directly over the desert is because, frankly, you just go really slow. It's just easier to stay on the roads for the most part. And the roads aren't always clearly delineated. You can see like it kind of blurs in here with the desert, but you can kind of see where the previous tires have been. And in case you're curious, I'm playing on PlayStation 4, but you can also play on Xbox One and PC. And people seem to really enjoy the PC version. It's supposed to be very, very pretty and very customizable. So if you are a PC gamer, that might be the direction you want to go. All right, so we've arrived at one of our bases here. It's going to load up quickly. And then we will jump in and get our new mission. So now I'm on foot. And I have projects ready to be built, so we'll see what that's all about in a minute. Basically, if you press... if you hold down the left stick, you can see like what's going on in a certain area. So like I have the parts needed to build, let's see, an armory and an oil well, right? So we can find those and build those as well. And you find those parts by scavenging around. So as you can see, it might be a little confusing, but there's a lot to do in the game. Just a lot to do. So let's run around and see if we can find where these things are even going to be built, because I'm not too familiar with the layout of this area. So you see, for the cleanup crew build, I need one more part. So I can't build that. So this is a dead end for me for now. Run back up this way. You can see the exclamation point is the guy I need to talk to. Oh, so there's what behind him is a blue part, so this means I can build this. So if you go up to this, I can build the oil well. So Max will get down and do his work. And then this oil well, once built, means that the magnum opus, my car will automatically be refueled when I enter this stronghold. And fueling your car is one of the things you have to keep in mind as you're playing the game. And now they'll show a shot of the kind of the outer building kind of getting a little stronger. So the Gut Gash's stronghold has been improved. You don't have to do this, but you know it's fun to do. All right, so that's done. So now let's talk to him and see like what his mission is.
So, killer, Little Count Carburetor says you need to bust through the jaw.
I'm going to Gastown.
Sure you are. Now me, I know a lot about Gastown and the jaw.
I think the characters are really cool in the game.
I trade goods in and out of there all the time.
You want something? Say it.
Ain't no sweet talking you, is there?
Is that the same party as in the movie?
I seen that harpoon device.
No, I don't think so. I think the idea in this game is to build a new car. Because he loses his car.
Kind of flourish, let's say.
And that's where you come in.
The jaw looks imposing.
Kevin was asking if that was the car from the movies, and I was saying that the story through line seems to be, although I haven't done much of the story yet, that you're trying to create a new car in order to seek revenge on some people.
Something called the Talon.
And you have it.
I know who does. A nuisance of a nuisance.
Now, what I think is so fun about this world is that, and this is what I was talking about with Greg on the Gamescast, if you had seen it, I'm sorry if it's repetitive for you, but the world is full of crazy people. They're all crazy. Even Max is crazy. And it reminds me a lot of the way I've heard some people talk about Batman, where they're like, Batman's just as crazy as the villains he's fighting. It's just he's more metered and more maybe relatable. But to live in that world, everyone has to be crazy. And in Mad Max, the world is over. It's done. And you have to really even wonder like why anyone is trying to live in this world at all. Which reminds me a lot of Cormac McCarthy's The Road, which deals a lot with, you know, very keenly with suicide in the kind of world where it's like everyone talks about how do you survive in the post-apocalypse, and the real question might be like, why would you try? So we're back outside. You can see the load times are very snappy.
Some bandit called Dimrim has a jag tip for the harpoon. Pulled a talon.
So we're trying to upgrade our harpoon. The harpoon is the thing that I shot that body with and all that other stuff with when we were dealing with convoys. And you can see now it's daytime, and look how astoundingly pretty this is.
What happens, happens.
So we have to go to Dimrim's convoy. So I was telling you about taking down convoys and how it's difficult. It is difficult, and it looks like we're going to have to do it here. So let me look at the map. I'm seeing the green dot, but we have to go here. He's right here. I'll put a green mark on him, although he might be mobile. Look how pretty. Isn't it pretty, Kevin? Mm-hmm. That might be one of the more underrated things about the game that people aren't talking about. It's just I think the game's gorgeous. The character models are great. The enemies are fine, but I really think the environment is quite astounding. It's almost blinding during the day. And there are these, I don't know if we'll see one, but there are random sandstorms that happen that just destroy everything around you, and you have to go seek shelter and stuff. There's a lot of...
You're not fine just in your car?
You are, but your car can get damaged, and if you have like, you can get... So here we're at... I found the convoy route. So somewhere on this convoy, so you can see the red line here is his convoy route. And we have to find him. So he'll be driving in one direction or the other with a bunch of other cars, and so we'll just drive along the route and see if we can deal with him. You'll see smoke in the distance. Like, I can't really see on this convoy too well, but you'll be able to see smoke of all the cars if you're close. There it is. I think that might be it. Well, this guy is not part of the convoy, I don't think, but I'm going to fuck him up. Oh, he's an aggressive one, huh? Pull off his wheel. He's driving along with me to try to keep me from pulling his wheel off, but he didn't succeed, so he's jumping out of the vehicle and coming at me, so we'll just destroy his vehicle so we can't get back in it and do anything with it, and then be on our way. And actually, I should take this opportunity to heal my car. So there's the convoy. So this is bad timing for me. So the convoy is going still, and the thing with the convoy is you have to deal with the car. You don't have to, but you have to kind of cleverly deal with the damage you're taking as you go, and I'm taking a lot of damage, but the convoy keeps moving. So I'm gonna show you an interesting trick here that I realized when dealing with other convoys in the game, which is, before I showed you that you can get Chum Bucket to kind of fix your car as you're moving but not accelerating. And so if the convoy gets too far away, they'll actually reset, and the damage you've already done to it will be reset. So you want to stay as close as possible to it, and then start pressing up on the D-pad to get Chum Bucket to go fix the car as you're moving. And do little bits of, like, try to stay with them and, like, let him heal the car a little bit. So stay still for just a moment, and then that's long enough. And then you see I healed the car a little bit, and I can kind of accelerate and get back into it again. And if you play it patiently like that, you won't lose track of the convoy, and then you can continue to kind of whittle down their health of his, like, friends. The big problem really with the convoy sometimes is not the convoy itself, but that you run into other incidental cars that just join the fight, and then it just becomes way more complicated. So let's see if I can accelerate up to them and try to deal with another one of these cars and just kind of whittle them down, whittle their numbers down. It's going to take a little bit of patience. So here I can press the square button to kind of knock into them. And if you could just get, like, so I got his wheel here, and so we'll see if we can just get it off. He's staying with me so that I can't do that. There we go, the wheel's off, so he's done. He's out. And then we'll continue down to the convoy. And you see, that's the smoke I was talking about. You can see them, so they can kind of visually spot them. So what do you think, Kevin? You think this is interesting?
This looks great. I love games where you have to, like, take over the territory.
Me too. It's very inspired, I would say, Kevin, by, well, Just Cause. I mean, the studio makes Just Cause, but I feel like there's a lot of Far Cry in this game as well, which is a series I hold very near and dear to my heart.
It's third person, right? When you're walking
Yep.
around? Okay.
So here we can, so I pulled off the door, which might expose the driver, and one of the cars kind of peeled off, so I can get his wheel and just pull it off, and he's out. And now I got to quickly, he's going to try to jump on my car, as he does there. So now I got to switch to my shotgun and shoot him off, and then switch back. See, I think this game is, like, so, I think it's so cool, you know?
Why does Chum Bucket hide?
Well, he's my mechanic. He's just trying to stay alive at this point. So I'm trying to catch back up with the convoy. You can see the green dot ahead. The Chum Bucket character is really cool too, because his arms are just, like, permanently black from the grease and whatnot. I actually think it's quite interesting. So let's deal with the next one of these guys if we can. This guy has armor. You can see that number 1 thing above his car means he has 1 plate of armor. One of those guys peeled off, so he's going to try to come up behind me, which is going to complicate my situation significantly. So I'm going to see if I can ram. Let's see. See if I can get him. All right, so turn him around and see. I'm just going to go straight at the leader of the pack here, and explode that with my shotgun, and then shoot. Ooh, I'm getting run off the road here. So there are only 2 cars left in the convoy, the leader, but I'm kind of hurting here, so I might have to, I hope I don't take too much more damage or I might lose the convoy. This guy's, like, really coming at me. So his armor's off. He's going to try to get back with his car to protect him. And this is when I'm going to have to use Chum Bucket again to kind of heal as I heal my car here as I hope that I don't lose the convoy. And I'm going downhill, so this is actually a good place to use it. All right, so that's enough. Get Chum Bucket back. So we're almost done. The convoy has taken significant damage, and hopefully we don't run into any of his friends. This territory is still not totally controlled by me, so that makes it likely that you're going to run into someone else. Although this is a story mission and not a regular convoy, so I don't know if that's actually shut off to make things a little more fair. All right, so I'm going to take my shotgun back out, shoot again, and then one more shot should do it. So the convoy's finished. And each member of the convoy drops something useful. Each leader, and they're called hood ornaments. And this guy's still following me, so I'm gonna blow him up. The thing up there, I'll go into in a minute. I just completed a mini quest, which is important for me to level up. So let's park the car. When I get out, Chum Bucket's gonna get on there and use his fire extinguisher. Here, and then he'll fix it. I'm gonna pick up some of the scrap. And the scrap, again, will be useful for upgrading. I'll show you in a minute. But most importantly, as the green dot indicates, I want to pick up the thing that the talon, which is a hood ornament. And we will install it. And so now you can see it on the front of my car. And so the story mission is complete. So that's just an example of a story mission in the game. And I won't get much, I don't want to spoil too much more. Gutgash has some wasteland missions for me, it says now. Wasteland missions are side quests, and we can do those. But instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the other like little things you can do in the game. So here in Parch Moon territory, I went and uncovered a bunch of things. So these hand locations are places where I can scavenge. And then this balloon, this is a vantage outpost, so you can actually go to hot air balloons that have been left behind, go in the air, and then look around and find things. And I already did that, so I can do that again. These purple things represent ramps that I can do like cool jumps off of. This purple with a circle with an exclamation point is someone, a person of interest that can teach me something. And then these things are scarecrows that show that the territory is still owned. And basically what you want to do is whittle some of these things down to lower the control rating of the enemy force in a certain area. And you can see up there it says 3 in the corner, in the right corner. So basically, it means that I have a lot of work to do. It starts at 5 and you whittle it down to 0. So with that said, I'm going to put a mark on the map. Actually, I'll start over here, and I'll show you what it's like to scavenge a location. They're all very different. And then we'll maybe take over one of the camps, and I can show you some of the hand-to-hand combat, which I think is quite visceral and exciting in the game. It's very inspired by Batman. I think a little dumbed down, but I feel like you feel very powerful when you're fighting. Especially as you utilize your shotgun in conjunction with everything. It's cool. So we're actually back on another, briefly on another convoy route, but we're going to leave it because I don't really want to do that again. And so you can see the hand is up here, and I have to figure out if I can get up here. So let's see what I can do. I might have to take another road. Your car can take it, like just do a lot of things that I probably shouldn't be able to really do. Took a little bit of damage there. Let's see. So it's over here.
Can you just climb up?
So Kevin, oh God, I'm gonna fall, damn it. Come on. Kevin's asking if I can climb, and so I'll show you that you can walk around these things, but you can only jump like this. So it's hard to get all the way up some of these areas, but it looks like this area I can sneak into. Or is it up here? No, it's up there. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to it. I'll have to go back around. And again, just look around. Look at how pretty it is. It really is extraordinarily pretty. So what I'm gonna try to do here is I'll get back into my car that's hanging precariously. I might not even be able to get back into it. So what we have to do there, see if we can, you can use the right analog stick to get the car to come to you, but I might need to be further away from it. It looks like he's getting into the car, so let's see if he,
I need the wheels.
yeah, so he's moving the car. He's trying to anyway. It's in a bad spot. I don't think he knows what to do. I'm gonna have to get further away until it's removed. So we'll run over here and see if we can rejoin the road. As you can see, it's to my right on the HUD. So here I'm far enough from the car where I can call for it. And then he'll drive it up onto this road up here, and I wonder if I can actually get up here. Looks like I can. So there's the car. And we'll see if I can find this particular treasure. If not, we'll go to another one. But it looks like I should be able to make it up. I mean, there's something up here. Yeah, okay. So we can get back out of the car. Oh, there's a bear trap I almost ran into. So you can see these little traps down here. So just be careful of those. I don't know if there's going to be anyone in this camp or not. Yep, there are. So we'll show some of the combat with some of the psychopaths. Oh, so he got me there. There's one more. This guy has weapons, so we got to back off and see if we can let him hit us first, or try to hit us.
Ready for you.
Broke his shield a little bit, which will make him a little more susceptible to attack. I broke it again. If you keep attacking his shield, he'll eventually drop it. That red thing above his head means he's attacking and you can't block it, so you have to get out of the way. So I broke his shield completely, and now he's going to get fucked up. And he's dead. So you can see a heavy Batman influence there. I can pick up his weapon if I want, but I really don't need it. And here, if I hold down the stick, there's 2 pieces of scrap here that I can find. So we'll pick up the scrap. Also, these guys dropped a bunch of stuff that we can pick up. Some more scrap. I'm getting bonuses for my volition ability. I'll show you the upgrade tree in a minute. But we can pick that stuff up. And there should be one more piece of treasure here. There it is. And then something will pop up on screen saying I've 100% looted the area. So there's nothing else of any interest there. And then when I go back, actually there's ammo here that I could use since I used a lot of my ammo. And there's also water here, and water's another mechanic. So I'm going to drink some of my water to heal myself. You can see the right gauge in the on the left side of the screen. And then I will go up to this thing and refill it. And each area has like a finite amount of water. So now when I go back, the yellow hand is gone, but the water thing is still there, indicating that I can go there for water if I need it. So that's just one example of something I can do in the game. But since I want to show you a little bit more, I'll show you one of the scarecrows. Scarecrows are basically just these things that exist that you just destroy in order to gain some prestige back in the area for yourself. So we'll run back to the car and avoid these bear traps if we can. And then we'll follow the green path on my HUD to the next location. So hopefully you're enjoying the Let's Play so far. I'm trying to show you a diversity of things. So I think one of the cool things about the game is that there is a diversity of tasks to be had. And I'm making my car boost with the X button in case you're curious. So there's what I'm looking for. You can kind of see it. It was a fiery like kind of pillar. And it's going to be right around this corner. Yeah, there it is. So to destroy it, I'm not going to be able to get... No, there we go. All right, so it's a strong scarecrow. So I could run into it if I wanted to, but the easier thing to do... Ooh, I didn't mean to use my shotgun there. I could shoot it if I want to. Is to use my harpoon and then just pull it down, and I'll just speed off and pull it, and it's destroyed. And see, now the threat is lowered, and you'll see the number, and it'll shrink down a little bit. So I'm like getting a little bit further down. So that's just an example of one of the other things you can do. I can also, actually, what I'll do next to kind of wrap things up is I'll show you. We'll take over a camp. So this camp here. Is Rook Nest, and it has a history relic in it, 2 insignias and 9 scraps. It's a 3 out of 5 skull difficulty, and this will help give me more control over this area. The cool thing here is that there's an eye next to it, and this is intel. So if I go talk to this person first, I can learn something about this camp that will help me, and I have to deal with this guy here, I guess, as well. So I'm gonna get out of the car here and see if I can actually just pull these guys and get these guys to go. If they'll get out of their cars, and it looks like they might not. Sometimes they get tired of trying to fight you like when you're not in a vehicle with them. So they'll run you over and stuff like that, but sometimes you can just get them to get out of their cars. Although it doesn't seem like it's working too well.
Can you shoot at their windshields and like kill them?
I can. I don't have much ammo. I used it all to get the convoy down. So like I'm trying to confuse them to just get them out of the car if I can. While they heal my car, and then I'll just get in my car at some point. You take an extraordinary little amount of damage when you get run over by them, which is funny. All right, so I'm gonna get back into the car. They're already doing a ton of damage to my car. So I want to see if I can get, so I can like start pulling these guys out. They blew up their own car. Let me see if I can pull off their door. They're already doing a ton of damage to my car again, so I'm gonna have to get out and let them heal it up again. I can try to shoot out one of their tires. Just try not to use too much ammo. So it's a pretty hectic game, as you can see. I mean, these things just happen when you're like going around, and you don't want to avoid conflict like this. You could avoid conflict like this pretty easily if you really wanted to, but it's not really a smart move because you're gonna need scrap and you're gonna need the experience of fighting these guys. So I tried to shoot out his tire, but I think he just lost some armor. So basically swirling, and they will not get out of their car, which is really weird. Usually I can get them to do it. I'll just try to, oh, I'm out of ammo. Damn it. All right. So let's get in and see if we can deal with them. If not, I'll just try to accelerate out of here and just tell them to go fuck off. Okay. Oh, I'm out of range here. Man, they're doing a lot of damage to me. They're heavily armored. I don't have a lot of armor yet. I can't afford it. So let's see if we can lose them. If I can get to this guy actually in the exclamation point, it might interrupt them. I don't want to kill him though, so we need to like see if we can get him to draw him down towards me or not. No, I lost them. Okay. So I'm near the camp, and the camp's alerted now, which is not the ideal, but I'm going to try to get out of here and see if I can unalert them. My car's also taking a lot of damage, and I'm going to need to heal it, so I'm out of range of the camp, so they don't know I'm there anymore, which is good, and then I can go back up the hill and talk to this guy, and I'll show you what that's all about and what you learn by doing this. Oh god, almost ran him over. So this guy's here spying on the camp. You can see the smoke coming from the camp, and actually the sniper there, I can see his scope, so I gotta be quick. So if I talk to him, he's gonna tell me something about the camp.
Crazy eyes. I read your soul as ill will.
So he's telling me that I can actually get in two different ways.
You can only reach their forge from Bridgement, but no. You can also use zip-zap line and sail down their sleigh. They need
Do you have a sniper?
I have a sniper rifle. You use it in your car, which is a little unfortunate. You have to like use it in your car. But I can try to, so here's what I learned about Rook Nest. Main entrance reached by a defended bridge. Make your life easy and use the hidden zip line to enter this camp. So I can find a hidden, and then I find that there's a history relic at the dead end. Some fuel tanks are suspended on cranes, which I'm gonna have to destroy. So we'll see what we can do here. I'll get back into the car, and I'll hold down, and then I'll get in the back and switch with Chumbuck, and I can get and use this sniper rifle, and see if I can do away with some of these guys. I can actually kill their war crier from here too. A war crier hypes them up. It's like the drummer guitar guy in Fury Road. I missed him. There, so I blew him up. So the war crier is eliminated, so they will not get any buffs during the fight, which is cool. And there's another war crier over there, but I can't reach him. So let's go into the map, and we'll just identify the front entrance, and maybe we'll just go through the front door. I'm not really super worried about it. I'm gonna get out of the car first though, and just heal myself with some water. Just make sure I'm at full strength, and then we'll make this our last hurrah for my Mad Max Let's Play. Although I'd be loath not to show you before we do that, since I talked about it, the other kind of accoutrements in the game. So the game chronicles everything that you do. So like when you meet characters, you can read about each of them, and so there's Chumbucket, my mechanic. So you can read about them and all of that. And then you can read about Scrotus enemies and roadkill enemies. So the different factions have different type of enemies and cars and stuff that you can read about the buzzards. And then different locations that you've discovered. I love this location, the Great White, with this huge propeller from a ship, because this used to be an ocean. And then your tools and your weapons and stuff like that you can read about as well. And then max you can upgrade. Now, max has to be upgraded by going to a certain person. I won't do that today in terms of statistics, but you can actually go in and use some of the scrap you earn to upgrade him further. So I'll do it now. I'll see if I can upgrade him. I'm going to buy this toolbox maulers, and this will make my attacks 50% stronger in totality. And you can also buy jackets to upgrade your armor. You can buy wrist armor and ammo belts, and you can actually do different heads and styles and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. And then if you go to the garage, I already showed you can upgrade your car, and I have some new upgrades available to me there. This is the interesting thing. So this is what I was talking about with the challenges that pop up. There are a bunch of challenges in the game, and I can actually show you the ones I've completed. So like defeat 8 enemies in a row in melee combat without taking damage, perform a fury finish around 15 enemies, etc. and so on. Every time you earn one of these, you earn a point on the right side. And then there are 10 points in each of those ranks. So I'm actually very high ranked already for how far I am in the game because I've been doing all the side stuff. So you start as Roadkill, and then Day Lizard, Feral Fiend. Each of those has 10 levels within them. So right now I'm a Death Walker level 1. So I'm right at the beginning of the Death Walker. And you use the points you earn from each of those to then upgrade your abilities here. So like Longevity and Judgment, Volition, Attunement, and stuff like that. So Adaptation, for instance, lets me use less gas when I drive around. Metabolism gets me more health when I eat food. Essence lets me find more water. And stuff like that. So you do all that kind of stuff, and then you see these are the challenges that I have in process. So the next time I open a door with a Jimmy bar, I'll earn another point. If I pull 4 more tires from a vehicle, I'll earn a point. If I perform some more jawbreakers, I'll earn a point, etc. and so on. So that's how you upgrade your character. So as you can see, there's a lot of different upgrade trees in the game, and then there's a bunch of different things to find. So Archangels are like the ultimate cars. I only have one of them right now, the Jack, and you can also steal enemy vehicles as well. And do races to earn vehicles, so I've done a few of those. History relics are the collectibles you find, and this is actually one of my favorite, most understated things in the game because you find pictures of the world. So this is a picture of like some sea life. You can actually rotate it and see writing on the back of it, and he reflects on it as you see it. So like he'll talk about the way the world used to be, and it's actually a nice insight into how the world collapsed and how quickly it happened, which I think is pretty cool. And then hood ornaments in the camps you take over. We're about to take over one of the camps right now. So that's kind of all the menus. So with all of that said, let's jump back in and see if we can take this camp. So Kevin, are you sold on this game or what?
Oh yeah, this looks great. I wish it didn't come out at the same time Metal Gear.
That's, I think, the unfortunate thing about it, for sure.
Unfortunate. Like, I'll get to this, but it's gonna be a little while.
All right, so we're getting close to the camp. You can see a sniper here, so I might want to pull over. Actually, I'll show you a different way. I'll show you a different way to take him down. We'll just go head first and see what happens. So here I can actually just... He's actually right on the edge, so I'm going to use my anchor to pull it off, pull these things off, and it actually will weaken the tower and collapse it, and so you don't have to deal with it. There's another sniper up here. Well, that sniper's dead, so I don't need to deal with him. What about this guy? I can shoot him with my harpoon. And so the defenses are eliminated. All they had was snipers. Although it looks like that's not necessarily true because this cannon's still here. No? No? Why are you pointing back there? See if we can... So this is a strong gate. So to get through this, I might have to bash through it. And now I'm in the camp. And we'll see what happens once I'm inside. So there's no enemies around here. Ow. There's some gasoline there. If I need it, I can use it as explosives and all of this. This is the this seems to be the way they were telling me the alternate way to get in. If I wanted to utilize that, but I just went through the front door. It's more fun that way.
It's still the front door, isn't it?
I guess so. I guess it is technically the front door. Now, how do I get... Do I have to explode something? I'm a little... Oh, it looks like the path goes over here. Got it. All right, so now we're really in the camp. So there's a war crier that I wasn't able to kill before, and we're just going to have to kind of deal with these guys. I can use... I'll see if I can... I'll show you how to kill someone with a shiv. Oh, he hit me from behind. So now I'm in fury mode, so I get to do more damage. And they're glowing red because the war criers hype them up. And they're really fucking me up. All right, so everyone here is dead. And what's funny about the war crier, if you listen to him, once all the enemies are dead, he like flips, he like asks you not to kill him and stuff. Let's see if he's just sitting there. And he'll like sometimes beg you not to kill him, although I guess, so like I'm just gonna hit this thing and it'll drop him. And he's dead. So the idea here, if I hold down, is I have to destroy 6 transfer tanks, which are like gas holding tanks. So I can take the gasoline here, ignite it, drop it next to it, and then just kind of walk away. And it'll explode. And so that's one objective down. And I should take this time to collect some more loot, which I'll need to upgrade further. And these flames can be shut off here just by turning the valve. So I can continue on. So here's some scrap. You can see that there's 9 pieces of scrap here in the camp. So now that's one of them taken. I'll take this weapon. I might need it. So let's see if we can continue on. We'll go up the ladder. Actually, we'll eat. I can eat some of these maggots off this dead body.
Can you eat anything that's good?
You can only, the only things I've eaten so far in the game are maggots and dog food. That's it. So here's some more scrap to find. So that'll be 2 of 9 as we work our way through the camp. And I can beat down this door in a minute, but before I do that, is there anything else around here for me to find? It's important to be thorough, as there might be some other, yeah, so here's some more scrap over here. So that's 3 of 9. So this door over here, there's a symbol over there that I have to figure out how to get to. You can see the red glowing symbol. That's one of the insignias I have to destroy, but I'm not entirely sure how to get there yet, so we'll figure that out. I'll kick this door down, and we'll continue on to the next area. There's more scrap over here. Oops, I accidentally dropped my weapon. We'll grab this. So it's 4. There's another transfer tank over here to destroy. Is there anything down here? Yep, this is a history relic. So here's when you find a relic, this is what happens. You see the picture, so it's like a picture of a scene. You can rotate it. If you can't read the text, you just press square. It says, Ned, need this one on the front page, caption to read. As the crisis draws on, the people in the cities go through every means of survival. Meat of cats, dogs, and doves demand high prices in the markets around the city center.
Luxuries.
And he just says luxuries as he puts it in his collection. So we'll drop the weapon, grab the gas, and see if we can destroy these tanks. Although I don't know if I should be able to do it, I guess, through this, but we'll find out. I don't know if the explosion will be big enough. Yep, it was. And then we'll climb up here, see if there's anything up here for us to find. There's more scrap. So if we hold down the left stick again, you can see that I have 5 of 9 scrap. I have the history relic. I haven't found the insignias. I've destroyed 2 of the 6 tanks. Here's some more scrap. Here's some ammo. There are enemies around here somewhere, but I don't know what. They're down there. So I'm not going to go down there. I want to make sure that I'm thoroughly exploring.
Do you have throwing knives?
The knives are for shanking. So we'll get some shotgun shells. Here's an insignia and scrap. So we break the insignia, and we can grab the scrap. So 1 of 2 insignias, and now that should be 7 of 9 scrap. So we're making good progress. I do want to go backwards real quick just to make sure that I didn't leave anything behind. Because if you're missing 1 or 2 things, it is a pain in the ass. You basically have to go through the whole camp again to just be thorough. So if you're trying to be a completionist, it pays to be as thorough as you can right off the bat. Here's some water, so we'll fill up while we can.
Do you know if Immortan Joe's in this at all?
I don't know. Let's see. So this is the same place we were at before, actually. In the other direction, so let's just fuck these guys up. Oof, came right at me. So I can shiv him. Right in his neck. Oof, taking a lot of damage. The cool thing too is that you can block like kind of late, and you'll actually mitigate some of the damage done to you, but not all of it. So there's like different levels of blocking. It's not blocking just to counter. I should actually try to grab one of these. Oh, come on. No, don't.
How useful are the weapons?
They just do a lot of damage, but they break quickly. But you can upgrade yourself to make them... Let's see if I can actually grab this. Fuck. Get fucking destroyed. There we go. So now I'm in Fury mode. So now I'll do more damage, and I'll be able to heal myself by killing enemies. I love that body slam so much.
It's funny when he loses the blade.
Yeah, I like it. I like that it's balanced. You know. I love that body slam so much, and then we'll just shove him. And he's dead. So that's everyone around here. So those were the stairs I was coming down before, so I should be on the right track, I think. We'll get that piece of scrap. And then, let's see, there's more gas here, so I have to not forget to destroy the tanks as I encounter them. I don't think these count as tanks, but just to be sure. Nope, they do indeed count. So I'm glad I did that. And here's, break this open to get some scrap. That should be all of the scrap. So and this is the last insignia, so I think that's actually everything except for the tanks. Yep, so I just need to destroy 3 more transfer tanks. Just to find out where they are. Oh, here's some more gas conveniently placed across from it. I'll drop that there.
You can't throw it.
You can throw, but it's not very effective. And then we can destroy, I think these are the rest of the tanks here. And with this, if this is the final tank, then I've taken over the entire camp. So now my allies have populated, and they'll give me scrap. So you've seen a couple times scrap, like I'm just getting scrap automatically, like lots of it. That's because I own a bunch of camps. So that's basically, I mean, a nice portion of Mad Max to give you a little bit of the idea of the story, a little bit of idea of the side quests, some of the side missions you can do, and side tasks, the upgrade systems and all of this. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun for me to play for you. I think it's a great game. I really am enjoying it. I think it's being criminally overlooked. I hope you give it a try. Mad Max by Avalanche Studios, PS4, Xbox One, PC. Enjoy. I'll see you next time on Kind of Funny Games.